Hello everyone, welcome back, and we're here to check out more of Tyranny. Now we're going to get into our quest, hopefully, of meeting the people we needed to meet with to complete the story. Okay, so the cards hold up hand. Go no further. You approach to favored ground. State your business. Let's see here. I am Revan, Fate Bearer of Torment. I bring words to Kairos, words for your commander's ears. No, I think it'd be more passive, just like, on the Fate Bender, stand aside, I'm expected. So you're the fire starter? I don't think we... Oh, that's right. I was thinking we didn't burn that city down. We infiltrated it, but that's a different thing. We burned the library. That's right. So, listen, the company's returned from the burning library telling some harrowing stories about Kairos' Edict of Fire. I think myself brave, but I'm happy to be far away from it all. Must have been terrifying horror to be the messenger of such a righteous force. Go on in, the other soldier gestured towards the gate. The Archons are expecting you. You'll find them in the war tent, center of the camp. Okay, so now we're going to meet with the actual people we were supposed to meet with. And, excuse me for a second. Sorry about that. But before we do that, there are much more important things we need to do than, deal with the fate of the world and everything. So, like, for example, getting loot. So, I'm still a little bit confused as to if this hurts my abilities at all, or if I can just wear whatever I want to wear. I already switched out my helmet. I don't know, we're not exactly looking like a caster right now, but as far as I can tell, it's not really impairing my abilities. That's something I'll definitely have to look up. And yeah, I'm kind of understanding now finally that as these are filling in, then they then automatically go up. So again, as we use skills, they go up. We don't actually put points into that, but we will put points into this once we get basically levels up to put points into our skill tree. So everything else is a bit like old Elder Scrolls that as you use them, they go up. So we do have enough subterfuge to get that. So anything interesting? Ooh, take all. And why am I excited? Because, where would that be? Right here. Okay, so we have a couple, right? Yes. So learn. What does this do? Increases strength of a spell. Excellent. The range of a spell. Excellent. So, how did we guess? That is how we got into the spell book. So let's do some things and stuffs. And let's see here. So can we add both of these? So let's see here. Oh wow, so by adding both of those, so let's remove that one. So we still need a lore of 50. Okay, so as we upgrade these things, so right now we need a lore of 30 and now 50. So we need more lore skill in order to boost this spell. So now we're getting to see an example of, now that we have more runes, we're able to add effects to the spells, but we're not quite powerful enough to do all that jazz. So let's get our group back together again. And anything else worth looting? Nothing I'm seeing right now. I'm not going to spend too much time doing that. But that is important. I mean, we do want to get all the sigils that we can, because we want to be as powerful as we can and do cool spells, and that is what we're focusing on. So let's go ahead into the tent and...
Spotted something.
Oh. You spotted something. There's loot. We need to go get it. But I guess we'll do that in a second. So, yesterday you chided me for wishing to wait. Now you suggest even longer delay. Alright, so let's go ahead and interrupt their conversation, see what's going on.
There's 4 reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tiersmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohort trapped outside the valley.
Okay, Archon pounds his warstaff at the ground to punctuate his words. He was an imposing man to begin with, his profile made larger still by his hulking suit of armor that hums with mystic energy. So Graven Ash, I'm assuming, is kind of like the leader of the group that we have mostly been associated with so far.
Perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
The Archon of Secrets passes a scepter between his hands as he speaks. Twirling the rod in hypnotic circles, emerald luminescence sweeps from the streams of the Archon's ragged red robes. The glow is most noticeable where his neck ought to be. This man seems to float and spin, never pivoting or bending naturally.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
Fair enough. So I can clear my throat, or I can clearly announce that I am here to pronounce the edict. So I've gained favor with Graven Ash. Interesting. Okay. Moreover, excuse me, Governor Revan. I don't know why I said moreover. Governor Revan, long have we been honored by your iron. Now we are honored by your presence. I must apologize for my lord's tempers run high of late. So, I'm a diplomat. Yes, so I will bow and salute each Archon. So we gain lots of favor. Nice.
Welcome, welcome. Our agents tell us such lovely stories of what you did at the Vellum Citadel. Have you come bearing another fragment of Kairos' wrath in tow?
Indeed I have.
Did you never make it? So glad that Drostus' demise didn't cause further delay.
Okay, the Archon of Secrets turns his attention to you. The frozen Rictus fashioned into a bronze mask greets you with a permanent smile. Let's see here. Yeah, let's just be matter of fact. Say we have the edict.
You were proving your worth in battle, assisting my warriors in the siege of the bastard city. Now Kairos has chosen you for a second time to proclaim an edict. Tell us, good Fatebinder, what sort of punishment does the Overlord have in store for the Oathbreakers?
Okay, so now... Yeah, I mean, this sounds, I feel like the most accurate response to what's going on. In honor of your incompetence and disarray, the edict will execute every living thing in this valley unless Ascension Hall is taken by Kairos, Day of Swords. It seems you need some encouragement. Yeah, we'll go with that. Alright. The earth sways with each word you utter, the air thickening with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandments. It's every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. With the edict proclaimed, your pulse quakens and the muscles in your legs, worn from a long trip down the mountains, feel renewed. The tired limbs, now nearly buoyant with vigor. So again, these edicts, they have this magical force that just makes them binding upon being spoken. And, well, we get the visual effect to confirm that. And poof, this message will self-destruct.
No doubt the avalanches in the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive.
Indeed.
We'll need to advance across the Matani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
Archon of War taps a finger against his temple. A low rumble escapes from under his beard.
So you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? The baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
Alright, so I feel like, I mean, I kind of like using Subterfuge whenever we can, or any stat whenever we can, but I do kind of like this too. So I do want to definitely roleplay and not necessarily always pick an option that might give me a boost to a skill, but they call you the Archon of Secrets, but you certainly don't seem to know anything remotely useful.
Thought you had the memories of one of those Oathbreakers rattling about that bronze gourd of yours. Would Kairos' mighty spy master please enlighten this gathering of allies with some scrap of strategic insight?
The Archon of Secrets turns his head to the side until the face of his mask was turned around and a new facet of the mask presents itself facing forward. When the next Archon speaks, the trembling voice of a younger man can be heard. Interesting.
Our river was to be the bulwark.
Cool.
But with the tidecasters slain, what hope remains? It's so cold in here. Help me. Please.
So he's like that He-Man dude that can change his face. I can't remember the name. But that is why he's the voices, because there are many different voices in there that can speak. Okay, cool. It turns head from side to side. The previous facet of the mask now looks forward.
Our sources tell us the Oathbreakers had some sort of magical trick in store. But this knowledge is tinged with fear, trepidation. If we make a move for the Matani, we suspect the Oathbreakers will mount a counterattack that is equal parts valiant and futile.
Alright, so, I mean, I'm assuming that my character would know, like, what's going on with that, so that's enough talking. There's work to be done. My Lord Barrick and his band have been drilled on the Ectal Assault plan. The Crescent Runners shall be briefing him as we speak regarding the latest enemy movements along the river. I will dispatch him at once. The Iron Marshal salutes, clasping her gauntlet to her breastplate. And I will ensure the chorus stands ready to march. If the disfavored can take the river, the chorus has the manpower to secure the outer ring of the valley.
Our soldiers clamor for battle, and at last we shall have it. Verse, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's Chosen is our honored guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
I won't let you down, boss. She'll get through the campaign in one piece, as long as she doesn't do anything too stupid.
Cool, I like verse. Alright, the voices narrate. The Archon twirls his scepter one last time, then taps the fifth eye on his shoulder, and the two depart. So we have our first companion.
The fool and his puppet are gone. Perhaps now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narot is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us.
Interesting.
You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
Alright, so I'm short a few scouts, short a few soldiers, short a few everything. I'm sure my brethren would be grateful for the assistance of a skilled outsider. Let's see here. Yeah, so I'll be honored to help. Why not? Then turns to leave. I will be at the training grounds, readying the soldiers. Find me there when you are ready. Okay, pause, clear throat. And though I am loath to mention it, the chorus can likely use your assistance. They certainly wouldn't secure the Outer Valley on their own. Fifth Eye will be somewhere in that rest nest they call Camp Due East. Seek him out if you must. Okay, so I have the option probably of helping out either side if I want to. First of all, is there anything in this room? Yes. And we shall get it. Okay, take all. So, was that a level up or something? I'm assuming so. Time renewing Kairos' State of Swords appears. The Kairos' edict must be fulfilled by this date or everyone in Furnace-Well will die. Oh! Okay, so we have a timer. That is interesting. I wasn't expecting that. But yes, we have unspent talent points. So these down here, now I'm understanding it. All these will upgrade on their own, and we see these bars filling in. But these we can choose to fill in. So they have highlighted the ones that are the most useful, I guess. So 1 point to upgrade might take 9. -3 and -3 instead of -6. Yeah, I feel like going up to... How many points do we have to spend? Well, actually, attribute points here. You can increase one of your attributes, provides a benefit, as well as increases one or more skills. So, for example, by looking at this, we see that it increases the skills that are listed down there. Oh, but not magic staff. Okay. Now, this is kind of dumb of me to not really have noticed this before. So, let's see here. What does... So, yeah. So, why? I wonder why my magic staff seems like so difficult to hit sometimes. Because might does not seem to affect it. So that is good to know. So we can kind of make a might a dump stat, I guess. Each of these attributes provide benefits to as one number of skills. Yes, as we said. Increasing attribute costs 1 point until it reaches 19. So raising an attribute from 19 to 20 requires 2 points. Okay. So, do we just have 1 point to spend, though, is my understanding. So, where do we want to spend it? How about... determine accuracy of attacks as well increasing... I mean, some more health could be good, but... So this is wits... Oh, why is quickness so high? I'm trying to remember. I didn't remember boosting it up. Oh, we do have an item that's boosting it. That is why. So I'm still kind of trying to debate what is the best for our character. So this definitely helps magic staff, and does something else. Accuracy helps that. Okay, so let's see here. We'll do wits for now. We're going to try to make our character kind of as... yes, and then here. So now we have a point to spend. Leadership, we need level 3. These are more kind of shield powers and attack powers. So our talent points, there are 6 categories available. We can purchase a talent. Basically, as we buy talents in a tree, we unlock things below it in order to get more. Each companion has their own set of talent trees. You unlock their own abilities. So theirs work basically the same, but again, as we saw previously, they have less things to choose from. So I'm not as interested in these. I'm more interested particularly in magic. So I feel like, I looked at these a little bit earlier, this is really cool. It adds something to our regular thrust attacks. But at the same time, this grants a bonus to lore, which we need to learn cooler spells. But this helps us right now, so maybe I'll do that. Additional spell slot, we're not too worried about that yet. There's the energy shield. Cone of Magic, damaging all enemies in front of you. That's pretty cool too. But I think we'll go with this. Yeah, we'll go with this now, and then maybe this next, I think, because we are going to want to get both of those. So, although being able to... Actually, if we take this off... No, we're going to do this. I want to be able to unlock cooler spells and stuff as quickly as I can. So save. So let's look at our character again. What is our... Whoa, that gave us a big boost to lore. How about them apples? So let's go back into here. And yeah, let's modify this puppy because we can do that now. So that brings it up to 50. So we couldn't add this. That'll bring it to 60. We're just a little bit short of that, but we're not worried about the range. So let's update Ice Spike. And now, because of this, increase the spell strength, increasing the potency of... Nice. Okay, so we have made our Ice Spike spell not only be able to attack a further distance, but also able to do more stuffs and things. Okay, what are you? Purple Cloth. Okay. We'll find out about you later. Okay, so nothing else that we really need to see in this room. So let's head out. So I'm pretty excited about that. I'm kind of glad I went with that lore boost. Now, I wasn't sure how much that was going to boost us. We're almost high enough to be able to add both of those sigils to our spell. So you said you saw something. You saw something over there. Yes. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I need all the loots. It's what I do. So Elemental Barrier. Fatigue Toxin. Okay. And then some more gems that I'm not really sure what these do, but we'll figure that out eventually. So let's roam around a little bit, and then we can check out our map. So let's see here. all these Iron Marshal. So what do we got here? I'm just kind of wondering if any of this stuff is important. You haven't heard Commander Iron Core. So, oh, okay. So we can gain favor with this favored. I love that. Welcome to this favored camp. So I'm Severus or oh gosh, bad at names. Sevus? I don't know. I don't know how we say that name. I served in Valium Citadel together. Good to be properly introduced. I remember you stopped the chorus from turning their leadership section into a giant civil war. Okay, so basically, again, this guy's referencing stuff that we did. Glad they sent a fate better knew this right side of the law. You should gel with the Iron Marshal, and if you don't want to talk substance, just marching patrols here. He or she is given direction. Okay, so what do you need? So we can ask about the Earthshakers. Let's see here. I'm afraid so. The head of the Earthshakers was supposed to arrive with a group. Most competent spellslingers able to break the stalemates. I don't know what's holding them up, and their arrival worries me. If you were inclined to lend a hand, could use some arcane support on a side. Yeah, I could definitely lend a hand. So now Northern Clearing is unlocked on the map. Cool. Could you? A new town's greatest agent wouldn't fail us in our time of need. I'll mark the last known so the Earth Shakers reinforcements on your map. Good hunting, Fate Bender. Okay, so we can ask why the siege has taken so long and stuff like this. I'm just kind of fishing to see if we're going to get any more quests or any more cool things like that. Okay, tell me about yourself. Whoa, interesting. Okay, I didn't expect her to be this much. Even though he said there's not much to tell. My father was Severus the Elder. His father was Severus the first of his name. Iron Guard, back when they were the Bronze Guard. I was born in this legion. I hope I die in this legion. The rest of you hopefully hear about the storytellers immortalize me. He was the Bronze Guard. So your family have been with Ashton's before he was with Kairos. Interesting. So yeah, let's do that. So I do like, and we're gaining even more lore, so hopefully we'll be able to get that spell pretty soon. You know, your history, the blood goes back that far. Not to memories, is I don't even knew my father. My grandfather was just a legend. When Ash's best warriors back before the Disfavored were reforged in iron. He shrugs, I'm proud of my heritage, but I didn't mean to brag. There are folks who love the Legion every bit as much as I do, but they lack the same pedigree. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, glad to see you have your own identity outside of the Legion. Okay. You've gained wrath with Disfavored. Interesting. Let's see here. So they probably don't like that we're saying, yeah, you have your own personality. You can tell us about the Bronze Guard really quick, but back to my other question. Two armies haven't worked together for a while. Only two. Yeah. So basically, they don't like each other. We know that pretty much. So nothing really surprising there. So farewell. So what else do we want to check out on the map? I do kind of like how they show us all these different things here. So why don't we go over here? I want to see. Yeah, I was wondering if this was kind of like buy and sell things. Okay. With this hammer, repairing weapons and scrap isn't exactly why I got into this craft, but our supplies are spent. Why not forge bronze? Bronze would do in a pinch, but don't get me wrong. I can take it. I can take a beating and get it bent back into shape, but unlike unlike the stubborn iron we have here, he glances at a pile of his work with dread. And we always have plenty of tin and copper lying around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's a rare smith who can churn out military-grade bronze consistently. More often than not, it comes out soft. Look around the camp. We're grabbing the Legion head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce for the masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. They called it this favored, the Iron Legion, for a reason. Strategy and skill may be our backbone, but our claws are made of iron, the good stuff that comes from the smiths in Lethian's Crossing. So, You mentioned iron shortage. I'm afraid so the last shipment sent down to Tony went missing near Echofall Crossing, and I'm afraid we won't be able to send anyone now that the valley is sealed. Forgeborn iron is John's responsibility. Why is this the first I'm hearing of it? Keep your voice down. Graven Ash doesn't want to cause a panic or pass any information to the guard because, yeah, best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and is rushing on a riverbed. Worst case, it ended up in the enemy hands. Yeah, I will definitely see if I can do something about that. More things to do, more story, more whatever. Appreciate that, as does the great general, more than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his hands to outsiders, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. It would be a boon to the war if our iron was recovered. You can trust me to handle this. Yeah, I'm not going to talk about the Archon's messes. So, more favor with the disfavored. I knew that Turin wouldn't have dispatched you without good reason. The court isn't exactly known for gambling when the stakes are high. He glances. You see that? That's how to tell apart the iron shipments from the rest. Inconspicuous, so people don't go snooping around. You want to keep an eye out for those. Good hunting. So there are little small notches in the wood that will help me know what to do. So maybe I can't buy or sell from this guy? Oh, there we go. Show me what you have to sell. What do you guys have in mind? I am Lucia. This is Marcus. The disfavored soldiers points to the armored men next to her, and you must be the fate binder. From under your helmet, you hear an audible scoff. We've been assigned to babies. Assigned to your hospitality while you remain in disfavored grounds. If you should need a place to rest, we can make the necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Okay. So, all this stuff we don't have a requirement for. So, I'd like some training. What do you do? Okay. So, depending on where we're at, we can get ranks. I don't know if I really want to train in any of that stuff, though. So that's interesting that we're able to do that. A nice little touch. Marcus, you tell me about yourself. I'm not sure what to tell you. It's my first campaign. I'm proud to be with the Legion. I owe my life. Are you bragging that you let your guard down and took a spear to the gut? You really shouldn't boast about filthy tearsmen besting you in battle. You're just bitter that Lord Ash never seems to notice you. Okay. So, what about you? I do this, and I do this. Lifting up shield and stabbing with the spear. Playing host is not my strong suit. Okay. Yeah, you seem handy with a spear. I'm handy in lots of ways, believe me. She winks. You can say what I know what I'm doing. All right. Are you flirting with the fate bender? Relax, Marcus. There are plenty of camp slaves I never need. If I ever need to scratch an itch. Although, if you ever need someone to warm your bedroll, let me know. I sleep in my armor. Hope you don't mind. Oh my gosh. So let's see here. I am finding these conversations interesting. Every battle is from Legion superiority. The Oathbreakers have plenty of heart, but nothing to beat our northern values and Graven Ash's love. If you want to enjoy that feeling, I can spare you the time of day to cross iron. Okay, so what's it like serving with the disfavored? In spite of our name, the Legion commands more honor than any military on the face of Taratus. Unlike the chorus, there is tradition, discipline, teamwork, and unity of purpose. There aren't many of us, but it's better that way. We are tightly knit, family bound together by trust and glory. Okay. So why are they called disfavored? I am kind of wondering. The story's common knowledge, but we don't discuss it out here. Well, it's not considered polite. It has to do with Graven Ash and the rise of Kairos' empire. I'm sure you can put some of the pieces together. Ash and Kairos weren't always on the best terms, but all that has changed. By rights, we should have the name worthy of our vaunted reputation by now. But, she shrugs, maybe someday, after my children's children have inherited my armor, we'll have a better title to call our own. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And let's go have this conversation and move on. So I know this video has been a lot of just checking out the camp and talking to people. We haven't really got into a lot of combat yet, but I do like that there is, a lot of dialogue and story. So the Iron Marshal, they'll just cuddle the impact, push back with your shield, take the momentum. I said, eyes on your opponent's waistline. If you spend more than a glance checking his footwork, you've lost. I mean, yeah, your footwork can definitely, you can mislead somebody with your footwork, but the waist and then attacks coming from the shoulders and that yeah, pretty good advice. Officer turns to you. Let's see here, as she clears her throat. You need to stay on top of the troops, or their skills will rust. For their own good, even if they don't believe it. So, let's see here. It was mentioned your short warriors could use help. What's the situation? Yeah, we'll go with this. Let's see here. I have brigades amassing along the Placid Hall and Little Tooth crossings. The guard may be able to hold one bridge, but they cannot hold against a concentrated three-prong attack. I have no right to give you orders, but... Her words falter, but we all die to Kairos' edict should we fail, and I'm not about to let my pride blind me on the value of good help. Okay. Let's see here. I'll just say I will assist, no big deal. Then our plan just might work. We're loath to work with these who do not share our training and our values, but we know Tunon, the adjudicator, selects only the most capable minds for his court, and I trust you will honor us all in the field. That's right, I will. And Tia will be leading the charge at Akinal Crossing. Assisting you will be Barrack of the Stone Shields. Points at a dude. Before you ask, no. Barrack Forgeborn wasn't sloshed on Dampleseed when they fitted his armor. He survived the full force of the Edict of Storms, and his armor doesn't exactly come off. Tactically, it's quite brilliant, but otherwise, it's something of a curse. Barrack, come meet the Fatebender. So this dude survived the Edict of Storms, and basically his armor is attached to him. Oh, wow, interesting. The soldier steps towards you, better resembles an amalgamation of rusted blades and mismatched pieces of armor fused in a vaguely human shape. He reeks of sweat, feces, and whatever oil treatments keep him flexible. Wow. So he is fused with his armor. Okay, I'm intrigued by the people so far. I mean, we don't have like a Fezzik, or not Fezzik, what was his name with the space hamster in Baldur's Gate? I don't know. But we do have interesting characters so far.
The Iron Marshal has tasked me with keeping you alive.
Minsk, that was his
no
name.
intention of disappointing her. That should be enough assurance for anyone.
No.
Likewise, good binder.
Okay, so heavy iron arm and the salute, his whole body clanging as he wraps his gauntlet against twist sheets of metal that form his breastplate.
Is that you under there? I had no idea you were in Vendrian's well. Fatebinder, do you know this walking anchor?
Let's see here. I don't believe we've been
It's challenging
acquainted.
enough to experience battle from a courtroom, much less remember the faces of your cohorts. I wouldn't expect you to know me under these accursed blades of rust.
Okay. And the Fatebender will be joining us for the push across the river. I figured an extra hand might be help, and more importantly, if my worries come true and the chorus tries to impede the mission, we'll have an observer from the court on our
Better
side.
to work with the honorable binder than some chorus children.
Indeed. I asked that Bear can accompany you there to attribute cooperation between his company and the Scarlet Chorus. Okay, so now we have another place unlock. Barrack, you've been without a cohort since the last Battle of Starwood. It's time to give you a task more worthy than hauling wagons and leading training drills. Ash has assigned you to the Fatebearer's service. You're to assume this task ongoing until we find a more permanent spot for you, which could very well mean swiftly approaching end of the war, or when the Fatebinder dismisses you. Is that understood? So we have another companion. Yay, we have 3 people in our group. Barrack regards the Iron Marshal. An impressive silence. That's an order, Barrack. He can be as stubborn as pulling a spire out of the earth, but he's a good soldier. I hope you don't mind the company. Let's see here. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm honored to have a member of the Iron Legion at my side. Excellent. Look forward to your success in the field. Okay, so now we have another party member. This dude. Let's see here. So yeah, all of this is locked. I do wonder if like you can upgrade it later or something like that. And then what sort of weapons does he use? So he uses sword and board basically. We'll check this real quick. Yeah, that's not really better for. Oh, and what do I? So we can swap out weapons, but we cannot swap out armor with him. So now we have 3 people in our group. Great. So let's see here. There's a little bit more stuff down here we gotta get. And after that, so Bronze Tower Shield. Okay, just to check if we go to him. Just wondering if this is better than what he has. Overall, so minus 19 plus 19 minus 0.4 but plus 8. Yeah, that does seem like overall the stats are just slightly better. So we will do that. And I think we'll head back next time. So next time we'll go off adventuring. We definitely have. So let's see here. If we look at this, can we look at chat log? All that stuff. Toggle exits. Okay, so this is kind of like turning stuff on and off. Okay. That's pretty cool, and there's some more loot up here, but we'll grab that in a second off camera. But next time, we're going to head off on an adventure, and we'll have to decide. It's almost, this isn't an open world game, but we definitely have some choices as to where to go next. And actually, I think we can also, let's see here. So does she also have a point to spend as well? I don't know, we'll check all that out, but next time we will go off and either go try to gather some iron or attack a bridge. We'll figure that out. But again, I apologize if this video was mostly dialogue, but we're meeting up at the camp and we're about to head out and bash some heads. Thanks a lot for watching, and we'll talk to you again soon.